pawn move, yeah, this is when persons are like asking you to beat them. Let me just castle my king. And I will start my attack and I will not allow his king to get castled. So he plays the move knight to c6. I want to immediately charge in the center of the board and try to checkmate his king. Let me start by playing the move rook to e1 though, putting my rook on the same line as his king. He develops his knight. No, I'm going to play pawn to d4, just charging in the center of the board. And okay, he goes bishop to e7. That makes some sense. No, I don't want to trade queens here because even after he castle, I still will be able to have some attack. So let's play h3. I don't want a bishop pinning me here. And then he castles his king, and then I develop my bishop to e3. Now, if you look on my position, my development is complete. He's one move away from completing his development, but bishop to e6, that's not a good score for the bishop because pawn to d5, that's just a fork. And he has to find knight d5, which he didn't, so he sacrificed his bishop. Now the question is, how do we take? If I take like this, he has to move the knight. So let's take like this. My bishop is kind of blocked in, but I could always pull my bishop back to this diagonal. He pulls his knight back to b8, and then I'm going to hit him with queen to d2, simply connecting my rook. And there's a very nice thematic sacrifice that I want you guys to be aware of, where you sacrifice your bishop on h6. It doesn't work now because my bishop is not active, so I have to pull my bishop back to d3 in order to prepare the sacrifice. So if the bishop is on d3, then the sac works. He plays pawn to e4. Like maybe he thinks he's forking me, but he doesn't count properly because I have two pieces guarding the square. He only has one. So let me just take the free pawn. And then once he takes on d5, now we sacrifice on h6. And this has to work. Pawn takes, queen takes, and there's an attacking saying that says for a successful sacrifice to work, you need one piece to sack and two to mate. I already sacked one piece and I have 1, 2, 3 pieces to mate. Knight to f6, you're basically trying to guard his h7 square. Now I'm going to play the move knight to g5. I want to ensure that I have as much pieces attacking his h7 square as possible. This is how he's going to get checkmated. He moves his rook out the way. Now, I want to take his knight, but then he's going to take with this knight. Now, after he takes with the knight, I'm going to play the move bishop to h7 check. And if the knight takes, my queen takes, well, he has to go to f8, then queen f7 is make. If I take the knight and after he takes back and I check, if he doesn't take on h7 and decides to move his king to h8, knight takes f7 is a checkmate. And obviously, if he decides to take on f6, queen h7 check, king f8, queen f7 is a checkmate. So let's play the move knight to f6 check. This will lead to a checkmate. He has to take with the knight, then bishop to h7 check. If he moves the king to, well, king f8 is not good. If he goes to h8, that's mate. If he takes with the knight, I check. He moves his king, which means that's just a checkmate. Please subscribe for more.